Good morning, my name is David Lane. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is January 10th, 2018, and I'm about to perform a video inspection of the main line of 3818 South Skyview Drive here in Spokane, Washington. Called out this morning due to a main line backup, pulled the permit, found Orangeburg 4-inch on the property, 6-inch in the street, and have cabled repeatedly. Was able to pass this point. This was our problem area. We finally got the line to drain and then put the camera back in, and about 89 feet was the line was holding, and we were unable to push past it. Went back in, couldn't get it, and then a third time finally got it, and the line drained, very fortunately. What we're looking at here is a blister that's been pretty much demolished by the cable. You know, the blister is taking up over half the pipe. What looks like we're in the 6-inch definitely. You'll always be able to tell where the bottom of the pipe is by where the water is and by where the light of my camera is. So you can see. So the bottom of the pipe is at the top of the screen, and you can see the shelf ledge over center screen over to the left. That's actually the right-hand side of the pipe, and you can see now you can see it once I pull back a bit. You can see the size of this blister. We're talking, my camera lens is 1.5 inches thick. This thing's at least 5 inches tall in a 6-inch pipe. You know, and this is pretty substantial. I'm gonna really ram the camera forward, and you'll see why I can't. I keep going up behind the blister. You see, and then there's the actual wall of the pipe and how it's blistered over. That's a good picture of it there. And then we come back down, and then you see the abrupt edge. We were finally able to get the cable through that and let the line drain. We do have standing water here. It's just a bit. It's about 1.5 inches thick. I've had 3 toilet flushes since the line drained, and you can see there's off in the distance, you can see the size of the pipe and how big that blister is. It's pretty substantial. So we're unable to push to the city sewer like I'd like to. Once the line drained, I thought that I was really hopeful about it. But as I start pulling back, sorry, the camera started getting stuck. As I start pulling back, you'll see these blisters. The pipe really doesn't look circular anymore. It looks, to me, it kind of looks like what I would think the surface of the moon looked like. It's not even a circle, you know. You can see the blister after blister coming. Look at that concave blister there. 2 blisters on each side. And you can also see how the circle kind of almost is ovalizing now. Orangeburg was introduced after Pearl Harbor. We started seeing it right around 43, and we see it until the late 70s. A lot of houses that were built in the 50s, Shadow Park area up here on the hill, have Orangeburg there. It's very prominent. This stuff is very volatile. It only has a life expectancy of 50 years to 70 years, whereas, you know, cast iron, clay towel pipe, concrete all have life expectancies of north of 100 years. The blistering and the ovalization are absolutely the factors that tie into that life expectancy. We rely on a 1/4 inch drop per linear foot. We rely on pure gravity to carry our waste to the sewer. And you can see how blistering, and here we are in some water due to the blistering and just the condition of the pipe. You can see the blisters there in the distance. But you can see how the blistering and the holes in the pipe would prevent our waste from going out to the sewer. If we just have a 1/4 inch drop per foot grade, we need kind of a smooth surface to carry our. We got a chunk of, looks like a chunk of pipe or something on the end of the camera. knocked it off. But I mean, this is dropped back down into some water and by a blister. There's a very substantial one there. We got a good picture of it there. Like I said, I just believe we're very fortunate to this thing drained at all. That's what we're kind of in the business of, getting these lines going until they need to be repaired, you know. Just passing 57 feet from the from the floor flange I'm working out of, working from a downstairs bathroom. I'm kind of trying to go real slow so we can get good pictures of these blisters. But like I was saying, the life expectancies of cast iron, clay top pipe, concrete are all north of 100, 125 years, you know. New PVC has an indeterminable life expectancy. Here you can see we come out of it. And I would be hard-pressed to think that we're going to see any more blistering like we've seen. We'll probably see some, but nothing like some of those blisters were like the whole pipe. You can just see that the pipe is kind of taking on a, looks more solid. There's a big one though. And another one. It's pretty much throughout the whole pipe actually. But the PVC has an the new PVC we put in the ground has an indeterminable life expectancy under most conditions. Some guys are warranting their work for 50 years, you know. Some guys, I'm not saying every company or anything like that, but I've heard of guys doing that. So you can see how a 50-year life expectancy is. I mean, times change, I guess, and materials change. This stuff's just bad news, though. Here we're kind of coming out of it, it looks like. There's another one. You can see how the whole bottom of the pipe just kind of rots out. It's literally compressed tar paper and wood pulp. That's what it's made of. And here we're in the cast iron. So we transition from Orangeburg to cast. About 22 feet from the floor flange I'm working out of. Cast iron's great. I mean, you can tell the stuff's almost bomb-proof. Cast iron normally stubs out from the house 3 to 5 feet. And here's where we come up into the from the absolute main line into this branch of the main line to the floor flange. Pretty much a straight shot. They have their main line in a crawl space under the home. And the pipe goes out to the front of the home. Here's the floor flange I'm working out of. Again, my name is David Lane. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date's January 10th, 2018, and that will conclude your video inspection. Thank you very much for choosing Bulldog Rooter.